Hello, my name is Ian Solano, a sophomore at California State University, Northridge, majoring in marketing. And today I'm interviewing Thomas Tuck. Thomas is a regional sales manager at CR Onstruct Inc. Thomas is also a member of the AWFS. AWFS stands for the Association of Woodworking and Furnishing Suppliers. AWFS is the largest national trade association in the United States, representing the interest of a broad array of companies that supply the home and commercial furnishing industry. Hello, Thomas. Could you describe your typical workday and what it entails and your first few years in your career?
Sure. The first few years in my career, I actually started out in marketing. And so marketing
Really?
it was a great transition into sales because it forces you to learn a lot about the different equipment that's manufactured, the different associations that are out there, the different publications and media sources. And ultimately, that helps you understand, what a customer may want or what they may look for in a piece of capital equipment. So my primary job description is to provide capital equipment solutions to different industries, from woodworking to aerospace to marine and healthcare companies. So my typical workday really entails a lot of based around the customer. Sometimes that is fulfilling their needs from a service standpoint and helping facilitate maybe somebody who's got some trouble or a problem, but also trying to find new clients and new prospects. So I'll kind of divide my day up into multiple segments, maybe halves or maybe quarters, and try to focus each quarter, for example, on a different target or a different topic for that day. So typically, I get into the office around 7:30 or 8 a.m., check some emails, return some phone calls, and then try to start based on the tasks for the day. Ultimately, in the end, in sales, you have to sell. So all the roads lead to trying to collect the business from your clients.
What would you say is your favorite aspect of your day-to-day job?
I think just, kind of things like this. I mean, we'll do conference calls, or we'll meet people in their shops and their factories, and trying to understand their needs and their goals, and really just getting to know people. So meeting a lot of new people, a lot of diverse areas, a lot of, difficult applications, a lot of unique needs from people, but just getting to understand them and their business, and then ultimately providing them with a service that helps them make money. So I think just helping the person, helping the client is what I like most.
So you describe a lot of job functions within your day-to-day. So what high school or college courses have you found to be most applicable or important for your occupation?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I did have some classes in marketing. I know you said you're a marketing major. So I think understanding, perspective of the customer and what they see when they look at a product. What stands out to them from a marketing perspective, whether it be the color or the look of it, or how to present that product, and getting to know that person. I didn't take a lot of classes in terms of I guess it could be called what's the word I'm looking for here? Like social classes.
Like negotiation classes and stuff like that.
Negotiation, but just how to understand people better. I didn't take a lot of those, but I did take some, and I think that helps to get to know the type of person and how to cater to that type of person, because everybody's a little different. Some people are very energetic, some people are very quiet, and it's kind of like a psychology class. You need to understand the person and how to work with them, or how to be tailored to their personality.
So tackling on to what you said, what courses do you wish you would have taken in high school or in college?
For my career, I wish I would have taken more, engineering, mechanical, electrical classes. Understanding a lot more of a technical perspective is something we get asked a lot about. I obtain that knowledge now through making mistakes and just learning as I go. But ultimately, I think some more engineering-based classes and capital equipment would help out a lot.
Mm-hmm. And so another question is, what part-time jobs or apprenticeships or internships or extracurricular activities would best prepare you for this type of occupation?
Um, Going back to trying to understand the customer and the client, you have to get to know what their businesses are.
Mm-hmm.
So I did some internships in college where I was in the woodworking industry working in a factory. And that helped me certainly see things from their perspective and understand a manufacturing process. So I think internships or volunteering or apprenticeships, things like that within the specific industry to the companies that I sell did help me out a lot in kind of seeing things from their end.
Mm-hmm. And so kind of shifting our conversation, what are the benefits of being a member of the AWFS?
I think a lot of it in life is not about what you know, but sometimes it's about who you know.
Yeah.
And any association gets you in touch with a lot of different companies, a lot of different organizations, such as, this one here that we're participating in today and activities. And that networking ability through AWFS has really helped me just broaden the contacts that I have, broaden the type of people that I interact with, and ultimately feeding off of that energy and kind of working together helps me, and get to know more people, and some of those people end up being potential customers.
Mm-hmm. And so for me personally, I'm part of AMA, and it's definitely helped me with network and get to a better understanding of the career that's ahead for marketing. Does AWFS do something like that? Or for a student in college or a college student that's interested in that career field, what are the benefits of joining?
Well, when I actually was an intern with AWFS when I was in college, and we did a lot of work with um, post-secondary schools. We did a lot of work with trade schools, high schools, to try to expose students to the potential careers in the woodworking industry. And there was a lot of events based around that, and either speaking at schools or at a trade show, having events or organizing different competitions to allow people to get excited about the woodworking industry. That's a big thing. AWFS spends a lot of time, resources, and money in to help develop the youth in the woodworking industry.
Yeah. So you kind of touched upon this as well, but can you elaborate a little bit more about the networking or the educational opportunities offered by AWFS?
Yeah, I mean, there's different conferences out there that they're a part of, and they help host. Certainly things. That AWFS hosts their own trade show, and
Cool.
events like that. You meet hundreds. You meet dozens. You just depending on the event, you meet so many different people. And in meeting those people, you get exposed to different things, different segments of the industry, and ultimately that's an educational opportunity in itself. Having those conversations with people that you may not normally have been exposed to, learning more about the manufacturing side of the woodworking industry, learning more about other vendors, not necessarily competitors of mine, but maybe they have a complementary product that helps me be a little more knowledgeable about different aspects of business that can help my customers.
Mm-hmm. So what did you find most surprising about this career in particular?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the diversity really surprises me, because you think about woodworking and you think about hand tools, and you think about people in their garage, making, turning a bowl for salad, or, making birdhouses. That's kind of the stereotype of the woodworking industry, but it's a lot more diverse than that. I mean, it's a big industry, and there's, multi-million dollars or billion-dollar companies that, are classified in woodworking. And that could be anything from furniture to cabinetry to exhibits. And, it's just a lot deeper than I had originally thought of, being in high school or my first exposure into the wood industry. It's a huge industry, and a great way to make a career out of it. In the end, you didn't really think about wood and things related to cabinets and the couch you sit on and the chair you sit on as
Yeah.
being a way to earn a living. So that was very surprising to me at a younger age, and still the diversity of the products and the type of companies is still changing, and that's still surprises me and keeps me on my toes.
So is there any lasting remarks or anything you want to add to someone that's considering this career field or occupation?
Um, I would say that the best way to have exposure to any career path is to kind of get your feet wet. And the internships we talked about earlier, or extracurricular activities, competitions, the associations, they're all there to help a person in high school or college gain that exposure. And so I think the best way to understand the potential is to get your toe wet, and then maybe stick your whole foot in, and then if you like it, you keep get up ankle deep and knee deep, and then maybe you're all the way in. But that sometimes doesn't take a lot of time, effort, or energy, and that's the best way, I think, that a class can't really show somebody. It's more about their own individual experience in that industry and learning what they can be successful at.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Thomas.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, and great meeting you. I wish you the best of luck on everything.